Okay. Mm. Oh, I gotta think about those other choices. Let's see. Mm. Think about it. Mm. I don't like that choice. Let's roll with it. What I want. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So we got three people in the chat right now. We got four people in the chat right now. Hopefully they continue to increase because we got a good one yet once again to talk about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the four. Welcome to or welcome back to the chat. And this topic that we're gonna be talking about is dating. Okay. Talk about dating, and the question that's on the screen is, do you judge based off of looks in first appearances? The options are yes, first impressions matter. I need to start putting A, B, C, and D. Second one, no, could be a bad day for them. Looks mean a lot to me, and I had to shorten it. They got to be exactly what I want. So read all of the options very carefully before you do answer, and I'm gonna maybe break down why I chose those particular answers to the question that's on the screen. So, why do people date? It's a bunch of different answers to that, and I'm only one person. I'm only one person. That's why as time go on, I do believe I am going to really involve y'all in. I'm gonna get that second phone again. I'm gonna give y'all that second phone number, and we're gonna use. I already know how it's gonna go because I did it before. People gonna play on the phone, but that's fine because it's gonna be the business phone. But I'm gonna give you the opportunity to call in on chat, and you gonna be able to voice how you feel about the things that I talk about. And all I'm gonna say is the moment that you step out of line, hopefully you know how to advocate for yourself the right way. If you step out of line, get what? Click up. Thanks, caller, for calling in. Okay, but I'm gonna read it again. And I gotta bring it all the way in. Do you judge based off of looks and first appearances? And the choices I'm not gonna read again is on the screen. Go ahead, let's get the voting. We got 5 people in the chat. I would love it if you can engage. If you don't want to be here, please go be somewhere where you want to be. But I want you to be involved within this chat. No one can see your votes, only you can. But I would like to get those votes so I can feed up off of your mindset. But if you're gonna do what you do, then let me do how I or do what I know how to do best. All right. So as I just said not too long ago, I questioned why do people date. I also then said for many different reasons. I'm only one person, and I don't think I really want to share the reasons on that one. But people date for their own reasons, right? Now, do you judge based off of looks? So first one, yes, first impressions matter. Now, the saying goes, for whoever the saying goes, first impressions do matter. I don't know if that's more so for the work field or just in general. So, first impressions do matter to people. They do. And sometimes, another, hold on, before I get into it a little further, if I do decide to get into it further, you gotta keep in mind, taking it to that one, to the no, you never know how someone day is going or went. And you never know as to why they chose to appear the way that they appear, because I am speaking on appearances. Now, another saying goes is, I'm gonna mess up the saying, but it's gonna sum it up. Put on your best dress wherever you go to. Never step out looking bad, pretty much. That ain't how the saying go, but I summed it up, okay? I agree, I understand, I feel it, but that's just not always the case, especially depending on the person that we don't want to make that our case. We just may want to roll out the bed comfortably, and if we choose to do that, and if we're confident within ourselves, what somebody else got to say shouldn't matter. And then here's what I say: the clothes don't make the person makes the clothes. Hopefully, we're getting somewhere. Looks mean a lot to me. There are some people that like this. If you do not You're not at their standards. They don't even want to look at you. If you ain't got the hair color for your hair, the proper thing. If your nails ain't done right. If you ain't got the right body shape or size. Some folk won't give you the time of the day. I'm going to say that that's shallow for those who say looks mean a lot to me. I'm not really going to speak too much on that one because that one, let's see what looks get you and how far it gets you. The last one, pretty much is almost saying you gotta be, I had to shorten it, you gotta be what I want. I chose that for a reason. A lot of us do have a right to want what we want. That's a part of date. You want to be able to look at them because what's the saying go? I gotta put a bag over their head. You want to be able to have something to look at, not just their physical. You may be able to look past their physical and look into their heart. It's one of those ones where people got to grow on you. If they don't have the actual physical, then you got to find something to work with, and that takes putting in work. So I got a few little notes, and it ain't too much, but I want to ask somebody this. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get what I want in this one because we're getting into it, but maybe someone that may come in after. If there's any women in the chat, I want to ask you this. If a man was to ask you, give me a moment. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. Up and look, we didn't got dropped to zero. So what I will say is at this moment, please be sure to watch it from beginning all the way until now. I don't like when I meet a man and they ask me where I want to go out. I don't like that. And if you give me time, I'm going to explain to you as to why I don't like that. I think that if a man, a real one at that, if he sees interest in me enough to want to ask to take me out on a date, I feel as though you gotta stick with me for the whole thing now because I'm gonna break it down. I feel as though I would like for him to make the choice and decision on where we're going. hmm Because I think a lot of people forget how dating goes. And then I also may be forgetting how dating goes because we got to understand the reason why we're dating in the first place. So, what I said was, I don't like when a man asks to take me out, but then give me the power within my hands to choose where we're going to go. Follow me, ladies and gents. I want you to take me out. I want you to show me you because by you doing that, you're going to give me what I need. And that's the need to know where your mindset is. You're going to give me the need to know where your mindset is based upon you. I can see that if you do ask me out, what I will look at it is in a sense of at least you're being considerate by asking where I want to go. But because I am who I am and I operate the way that I operate, I would love it if you take the lead as a man and you do what you feel as though that will reel me in for you. That's just me as a woman. Because during that time, while on this date, just doing first impressions, not on appearance, but first impressions, as I said, I want to see where your mindset is. Now, let me tell you why I no longer go solely off of appearances for first impressions. I have dated some nice looking men to my liking. They look good to me. I've also dated ones that didn't look good at all. But I've dated some good looking guys. And their outer looked good, but they weren't good for me, you know? And honestly, I really wasn't good for them either, if I'm being all the way honest about it. If I am being honest about it. I'm doing this because I want to, if you don't already know. Never judge a book by its cover because based off of what you see in that first moment, I'm gonna say people change, and there are people who their desire to change for the better, the greater good, especially if they really found themselves a prize. I don't know if you look at women as a prize. I don't know if men look at women as a prize, or you both may look at each other as a prize. That's a good thing if you do. In my opinion, people change. So one thing that I have been doing, and I'm proud of myself because I still have come into contact with some cool people. I had to make sure I said the correct word. I done came. I've met some cool people. Just not cool enough for me. But there's some decent men that's still out here, the ones that I did meet. Now, looking at them, and if I wasn't the self that I am now, the old me, hell no, I don't want to go out with you because you don't look like nothing. People can change. With that being said, they may not look like nothing right now, but as time go on, you never know what they may end up looking like. Whether that's literally the outer appearance or what they gain within to make the outer look better. Never judge a book by its cover. I've had all of the people that I talked to that I was not attracted to physically were the best individuals that did treat me well. I just didn't I just didn't know no better, you know. And it takes a real one to say that. The uglier ones, in my eyesight, one woman's trash. You know the saying, I use woman, but it said one man's trash is another man's treasure. The same thing for a woman. They didn't look too good to me. But after getting to know them, because it was a reason why I then began to find them to look very good to me after getting to know them. So saying it again, just in case if it went over your head, don't let appearance just get you. Telling if you know a thing, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, you are not gonna solely base things off of that appearance. Don't do it. I'm telling you not to. Broaden your horizons, try something differently. And then you gotta think about, do you really look as good as you think you look? Calm down, sister or brother. Pipe down. So that's that. What you should be dating or looking for in someone is the mindset. You want to get to know the brains, either behind the beauty or the ugliness. Get to know the person, feel them out, and depending upon who you are, you're going to have a feeling, whether it's right or wrong, to know whether or not you want to continue or start dating this person after going on that date. Okay? A lot of us today, we trap our own selves by not putting in the necessary and proper work. A lot of us today go for that last thing. They go for what they want just to end up finding out that what they want ain't what they need. You can have what you want all day, but is it what you need? A lot of folks fail to realize the very ones that they want are the ones who's going to teach them a lesson. Oh, yes, that's how it goes. The very one that you want probably really don't want you. However, if they know a thing, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, they're going to use you because you look like you can be used. Or maybe they know some information about you that was passed down the grapevine. They're going to use you. They don't really like you. hmm So think about what you want. And then I'm going to say this. Check yourself outside of your looks, but check yourself as a whole and see, is that want needed? Is that, mm, I'm going to confuse my own self with that. And that's the spirit of the, and don't do that. Ain't going to come out right. Now, with that being said, let me just say this. Here I go. I got a track record. See, a lot of the relationships that I was in, of course, God allowed it, but God won't up in it. Feel me? God allowed it, but God won't up in it on someone's end. Now, God could literally, whether you prayed for it with an A, hopefully you did, or even if you did it with an E, God will answer your prayers. He will send you exactly what you need, not what you want. So let me now I'm gonna take it outside the box for a moment. You pray for a prayer, he sends you the prayer. It just wasn't sent wrapped the way that you want to be wrapped. It's not how you fully imagined it or pictured it to be. But he literally gave you what you needed, but it just wasn't what you wanted. Looking back, look back at all the other wants. Did those wants serve you any good? Don't reason. Think about it maturely. Did those wants serve you any good? I mean, any meaningful good? If the answer is no, good, because that should have taught you something. It ain't always about the physical, it's about the mental, and it's actually about what you may truly need. Now I'm going to take it back to the last live stream with marriages. No, I'm not yet. I'll save that for a later date. But this one gonna be short, ain't gonna be dragged out long. But yeah, do you judge based off of looks, first appearance? How far has it gotten you? Let me just say this for those who do still be reaching out when they can find a way to reach out. You couldn't see me for me because I guess you thought that I was gonna stay the same and I wasn't gonna change. You didn't see my potential then. So don't see it now. You had it. You used it. You surely abused it. You may have even plotted and planned it on it and came into agreement with some things. But you couldn't see me for me. So you fumbled a bag. And then you probably didn't want to ask any questions. A lot, it was only two. And them was the two that I let go, honey. I started dating at 15, literally started dating about 15. And I only had a handful of two people that literally was asking me questions because they wanted to know about me. And those were the times where I also didn't like answering questions because I wasn't real with myself about the things that I was doing and who I was becoming or trying to become. It's a good thing when you got especially a man or even a woman too. It's a good thing when someone asks you questions because that means that they are interested. Now, I don't know the reasons why they're interested. Remember, people do things for their own reason, for their own motive, and their own intent. You just got to have discernment. Then you also can't be blind. And then you surely can't be lonely because that can cause something too. That can cause a fantasy to be created. But appearance don't mean nothing. I was somewhere else, but I'm going back down a repetitive cycle. Every broken record. It don't mean nothing. It may help, but it don't mean nothing. If you want something meaningful, you gonna have to get to know that person because I promise you, outside of the looks, when you get to know them, you gonna fall in love. Like, oh shit, I got me one. You know, don't let nobody come back if they rejected you the first time. No, they gotta eat that, honey, because they don't know what they got. And then you might just been a prize and trophy anyway. This dating thing is something. That's what I wanted to get to in the first place. Dating is something. You really gotta know why you're doing it. You gotta know who you're doing it with. You gotta have conversations, just like the marriage thing. And then don't let that fool you, because if you want something meaningful, if you want something long lasting, it's gonna take more than just looks that's gonna keep it lasting. Because looks do fade. And then for some folks, looks do. The, I'm gonna say the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. Some folks may not look as cute when they're younger, but when they start aging, baby, oh, hello, how I did not see you before. I was blind, and that's just shallow too. But that's my man. I'm gonna stick by him. That's mine, son. Okay, just saying. You gotta think about some things, and then you gotta unthink about some things. Retrain your mindset and get that brain in order. Oh, I gotta take my sock off. Oh, they got a little tight. Oh Lord, that feels so good. All right, but yes, don't let them looks fool you, honey. But if the looks got you, and if you got the whole package, well, some gonna be lacking. But it's all right, because there's ways to make up for things. But anywho, let's say that's all. I said what I want to say. I ain't gonna drag it out too much more, but hopefully it was some good stuff in here for you. If it was, go ahead and have a personal conversation with YouTube. I'm gonna catch the other folks when they get out the clock, 'cause I did come on early. Hopefully I give y'all something to think about, and hopefully really think about it. Anywho, that's it, that's all. We're gonna go ahead and exit out, and we're gonna hit it with the same thing.